Hello everybody and welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. My name is Denise Cox. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Trail, British Columbia, Canada. And I am here tonight for my weekly Tutorial Tuesday to share with you a really great fun fold card that I'm going to create along with you using the On the Farm bundle. So we're going to pair the bundle, which let me just grab that bundle here. It's from the mini catalog. So that's this bundle right here. Okay, we're going to pair that with the Celebration exclusive Day at the Farm Designer Series paper that you can earn for free when you place a $60 order. So this pairs perfectly. They were made for one another. That paper and this bundle, they're fabulous. So we're going to do that. Now I have a bit of a different setup here tonight. So I'm just playing around with things here in my office where I do my videos from. So I'm hoping it's going to work out okay. And I'm a little bit baffled by the black sides on the video here, but we'll figure that out. So no worries at all. All right, so before we start, tomorrow is February 1st already. That's crazy. We are halfway through Celebration. So you do have 1 month left to get your free products, place those orders to earn your free goodies. And you also have 28 more days to get this boho blue mini stamp cut and emboss machine in your starter kit. So you can join my team and get this in your kit. It is so cute. Look at how small it is. It's adorable. We're going to use it in our video today. The sides, I'm trying to get this in the video here. The sides fold down just like on the white one. Oh, just like that. And it's perfect to sit on your desk. It's super light and easy to haul around. So as I mentioned, you can add that to your starter kit until February 28th. The deal, I'll just go over it real quick. $175 is what you're going to pay, and there's no shipping on that, so $175. If you're joining from a province that has provincial sales tax, you'll have to pay that on top, but no GST and no shipping. And you get to choose $225 worth of product. And you're going to get this $86 machine in either blue or white, whichever you choose. So $225 and product, $86 machine, and all you're going to pay is $175. So it's kind of like a no-brainer, especially if you have a large wish list. So I'd love to have you join my team. We have so much stuff coming up, so much exciting things going on. If you join before February 12th, you'll also get your exclusive invite to our stamp camp for the Bird's Nest Stampers. So without further ado, I really want to create this card with you. We are going bare bones, right from scratch, right from straight cardstock, so I can show you how to create this card. So let me just flip it on over. I'm going to try and watch the comments as I'm going. So say hello, let me know you're here. Ask me any questions. I'd love reading your comments to see what you think of these products I'm sharing with you. So like I said, I will be trying to read those comments as we create, and I'm going to flip you over to the desk right now. And we are going, I'm just going to turn my chair over here. All right, so now I'm over here at my craft station. Just going to adjust my chair. Oh, maybe. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here is the card we are going to create. I love this card. So we've got the fun fold right here, the fun farm scene. It opens up, and we've got this beautiful pasture scene, and then it opens again, and we have this. So it's a really fun card. It looks intricate, but it's very simple. So I'm going to show you right now how we're going to create this. Okay, so we're going to start with a cherry cobbler cardstock piece. So this is just a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 cherry cobbler cardstock, and this is on my Simply Scored. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to score down the edge, the long edge right here. We're going to score down 2 1/8. So we've got 1/8 marks and quarter marks. Okay, so we're going to go down 2 1/8 all the way down the side. Okay, and then we're going to turn the paper, and we're going to do exactly the same thing over here. So 2 1/8 right here. Okay, Now we want to score the card in half. So we're going to turn it this way. So we've got the long edge up at the top, and we're going to score it in half. We're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, so we've got our score lines done. So let's just refresh. We did 2 1/8, then we flipped it, we did 2 1/8, and then we went long and we did 5 1/2. Okay, so that is all we need the Simply Scored tool for. So I'm just going to set that off to the side somewhere where my puppies won't grab it. All right. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is we want to remove these two sections. So the easiest way to do that and keep it straight is to bring in our Stampin' Up! Trimmer. And I'm going to line it up. So on right here along the edge of my trimmer, there is a ruler, okay? It starts at 0 and goes all the way up to 12 inches. So what I want to do is line up this 2 1/8 score line in my cutting guide. I'm going to shut that down, and I'm going to cut up to the 5 1/2 score line. Okay, so I'm just going to go up to that 5 1/2 score line, just like that. I'm going to flip it and do the exact same thing. Okay, so it's on the track. And I'm going to cut up to the 5 1/2. Okay, now I just need to cut them off this way. So I'm going to put the cut ends on to my 5 1/2 cut mark right over here. And I'm going to bring that down here and cut up to the 2 1/8 score line. This should just pull out. We'll do the same thing over here. If it doesn't pull out, then you just got to do a smidge further. There we go. All right. So there is the base of our card. All right. So we're going to then fold in these two panels here. Okay, and I'm going to use my bone folder. And we can fold this one in. They should meet nicely in the center. You might need to just maneuver it just slightly if they are a little off. And we'll do the same over here. Okay, then we're going to open those up. And we're going to fold this one down. Okay, and this one should fold right to the edge of this paper, just like a regular card would. We'll just burnish that edge. Okay, so there is our card. Now we get to decorate. So as you can see on this card, I've created these scenes. So I mentioned that we're going to use the Day at the Farm Designer Series paper. This is the Celebration exclusive paper that you can get when you spend $60. And I'll just show you the pieces we're going to use. So this is just a little piece here with some farm animals on it. The back is this beautiful plaid, but we're going to use these on our card. Then we've got this nice cherry cobbler and white piece here. So we're going to cut some of that. And then we're going to use this. So this gorgeous piece of paper, I think is super fun, and there are so many options for it. So we're going to use this, and I'm going to show you how we're going to line it up so that we can cut out the parts that we want. So let's start with that. So for the front of our card, right here, we want this to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, just like a standard mat for the front of a card. So if I take my ruler and I measure in 4 inches, I can see that's going to cut a little bit of the barn off, but I'm going to have the fun windmill that I want. So that's good. And then if I go down 5 1/2 or 5 1/4, it's going to chop off the windmill. So I don't want to do that. I want the windmill to be in my card front or on my card front. So if I went down, say 6 inches, I'm going to cut just above those hay bales. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 6 inches and I'm going to go in 4 and up, and then we'll trim off the top. Okay. So in the same way we did earlier, I'm going to put this in my trimmer. I'm going to line up the edge to the rail here because that's 6 inches. And then I'm going to cut up 4 inches. So there's our 4-inch mark. Take that out. Aren't those flowers pretty? And we'll put this on the 4-inch line. And then we'll cut up to the 6 inches. Okay, so as you can see, we've kept our paper intact so you have it for future projects. And then we've got this front here. And I mentioned we want this to be 4 by 5 1/4. So now we can trim off that little bit of excess blue sky. And don't throw that away because that would make a really cute banner on another card. So there's our card front. Put that trimmer away for a moment. We'll bring our card back in. And if I just open it like this, it gives us a nice flat surface to attach our DSP panel onto. Now I was creating all kinds of Valentine treat boxes earlier today. I don't know if you guys saw that post or not, but I was using this glue. So hopefully there's going to be enough in here to get through this project. Okay, so we'll put that onto our cherry cobbler. Oh, I just love this paper so much. Okay. So there we have the card front. All right. Next thing I want to do is create the inside panels, which is this scene right here with these 2 cows. And you'll notice that there's the seam in it, but if they weren't there, it would connect together. So how I did that, again, was from this piece of paper. And I cut it right from these cows. So what I'm going to do is go in here again. I'm going to go on the 4 mark. And we're going to cut up. Okay. So this piece here is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. So if we want to go to 5 1/4, I'm going to trim off a wee bit of this. Let's do it the same way we did before. We want to have our chicken in the mark. So I need to trim off about 3/8 off of this end. Okay, so I'll just line that up at the 3/8 mark. Cut that off. And then we can go down to the 5 1/4. We're going to lose one of those hay bales, but that's okay. We still got a couple up here. And now I want to take this and make it into my 1 7/8 strips. And I want to make sure that both of the cows are in the picture. So to do that, I am going to start over here and I'm going to do 1 7/8. And it's going to cut very close to this cow's head, which is going to be okay. The chicken is still on one whole side. So I've just cut that out. So there is our one panel. It doesn't look like much there, but then we'll go ahead and we'll add this one in. Okay. Now we have our 2 strips right here. So we can take our card, we can close these 2 flaps here, and we can attach our pasture seam. Okay. So as I mentioned, I'm watching those comments. So if you're here watching with us, let me know, say hello. I see Carol and Gail and Sherry are here. Hello, ladies. Okay, so I'm just adding that glue. Here, and then we're going to put the glue on the back of this side. And the only trick here is to make sure that you have it even so that the images do line up even with the red paper in between them. Okay, so now it just needs to get moved that way a bit. Like that. All right, so there we have our two inside panels. And now all we need to do is our inside. So we're going to use, this red and white pattern piece here. And I'm just going to cut up, I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to cut 1 7/8, same size panels we used for the cow pasture side. Okay. And then we're going to go 5 1/4. And we'll do 5 1/4 again. And now we can glue those to the inside of our card. So for those of you watching along with me live, and even if you're catching the replay, please let me know what you think of this new video setup. Can you hear me okay? Is the lighting all right? Like I said, I'm trying something a little different. Okay. There we have that. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the piece here for the insert, which is just over here on my other desk. There we go. So we've got this is just a piece of basic white standard card insert 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to need that. Oh, great. Thank you, Carol, for letting me know everything's good on your end. That's awesome. So we're not going to attach this yet, but I just wanted to make sure that we had that there and it was ready to go. So now what I want to do is cut out those farm animals we talked about. So I'm going to take, where did I put that piece of paper? Here it is, right in front of me. So we're going to use the On the Farm bundle. This is from the mini catalog. And what's great about this is you can purchase the bundle. It's I think it's $70, which then qualifies you to get the paper for free. So you get the whole, basically you get the whole product suite, as I like to call it. Now, these On the Farm. Hi, Bobby, welcome. So On the Farm, this is just a piece of the designer series paper. What I love about this is, check this out. This is going to cut out this cow. This is going to cut out the sheep. So we could stamp these and color them, of course we could, but why not use this beautiful designer paper that's already done for us? And this is going to cut out both of these little piggies. How awesome is that, right? So now that I've shown you that, I'm going to bring in my little machine. And remember, the machine, when you order it, does come with all of the plates that you need. So for this one, we need plate number 1, and it does tell you right on it. And then we need the 2 number 2 plates. So 1 and 2 go in here. My paper, I'm just going to slide those off for a moment. I'm going to grab my Post-it notes. Whoops. Post-it notes that are right here. Okay. So we're going to wiggle this out here. We're going to stick down these little piggies. Little sheep. And the cow. And I love that they've spaced them even for us. So while I have this here, you know what else I want to cut out? I also want to cut out 2 of these cute little flowers. So while we're doing this, let's pick a red one. Ooh, look at that. See, it even cuts out the flowers, guys. It's pretty cool. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, you know what? I don't even actually think we're going to need the Post-it notes because my plate is still really flat. So let's just slide that up like so. put our second number 2 plate down. Make sure nothing shifted. Okay, and then we can wheel that through. Oh, the sheep shifted just a wee bit. Oh, there we go. All right. So now we take that out and we have all these cute little animals already cut out. Our flower cut out. Stick those back on. You get so many dies with this. Just check out how many dies you get. It's just crazy. Like, got little cows and sheep and ducks. You got all kinds of little guys on here. Okay. So we've got our little farm animals now cut out of that paper. So I'm going to bring in the card front and slide those off to the side. And I do have a little die cut circle here. Where did I put it? Here it is. So this is from the Stylish Shapes. You all know I love those dies. They're my favorite. And I'm going to stamp Thinking Happy Thoughts of You using my Memento. This stamp is from the On the Farm stamp set. Okay, make sure it's nice and inked up. I'm going to stamp it right in the middle of my circle. Like so. Close that up. All right, so now we're going to create our scene here on the front. So I'm going to stick this up here by the trees, and we're going to stamp it on there with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So 1, 2, probably 4. I don't want it to be all saggy, so let's just do 4 dimensionals here. I hear puppies coming to say hello. Okay, so we've got that on there, and then we're going to take one of our animals here. Let's take the cow, and we'll stick some dimensionals on the back of him as well. Okay, I've also got some minis here because I don't like those parts to be sagging. When they're supposed to be bumped up, I don't want them to be bumped up, so we're going to have those in there. Okay. And we'll put this guy down here like he's standing right in front of that windmill. And then I want to do our little piggies. So they don't fit like that, and I really wanted them both to be on here. So what I did was I took my scissors and I just really quickly cut them apart. Okay, so I'm just going to cut around this little one. And then I'm going to cut out this bark sound. Looks funny with that being cut off of there. Okay. So again, with a few dimensionals on the back of the pig. I'm going to stick this little pig up here. And then we'll take our little guy. And here's my little double bump trick, because you all know I love my dimensionals. And we're going to put 2 like so. Okay, but I don't want it. I think I have to double bump him up. Yeah, I have to double bump him. So what that means is now I'm going to put a dimensional on top of a dimensional so that we have lots of layer and lots of texture to this card. So there's our double bumps. Oops. And then we're going to stick the pig down here like so, and give it a little press so it sticks down. How cute is that? I love these little farm animals. Okay, so then we cut out a flower. I know we did. Where did it go? I know we cut out a flower. Is it stuck to me somewhere? You guys all saw me. Oh, there it is behind the sheep. Okay. So on my original card, I did 2 flowers, but for this one, we can just do 1. We're going to put, of course, we're going to put some dimensionals. Flower right there. It's coming. It's so cute. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to dress up this inside. So if you look at the inside on my sample card that I created, this is what we've got. So we've got some gorgeous flowers and that little sheep peeking out. So we've already got our sheep. We cut him out earlier. The flowers, here's where we're going to bring in this other piece of paper. Again, remember this is one we've already cut the sections off of. And we are going to fussy cut these flowers right here. Okay? So this is how you can stretch one piece of paper to do all kinds of things. I shared some note cards on my blog yesterday morning. And all of those, I'm not fighting with this whole piece of paper. All of those were also cut from bits and pieces of this paper. I'm pretty sure all of them were. So you can really stretch a big seam piece like that. Sometimes people look at it and say, well, what am I going to do with that? So this is one idea, is just to cut it apart and use different bits and pieces of it on your cards. Of course, it would make a really fun scrapbook background paper as well. Add some cute pictures of being on a farm or visiting a farm or all kinds of things. I've really gotten into doing a bit more scrapbooking lately. It is my first passion for paper crafting is scrapbooking. And there's so many great Stampin' Up! Products right now out that lend themselves to amazing scrapbook pages. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be sharing some of those with you guys on my blog as we go. I also am trying to get started on another scrapbook club, monthly classes for scrapbooking. So if you're interested in that, send me a message or watch my blog, and I will be sending that information out once I get it sorted. All right, so there's our flowers. That was pretty easy. So what we want to do is we want to take our flowers and we're going to stick them in here. This is the 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. And we're just going to stick our flowers down here in the corner like that. Isn't that pretty? So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put the glue along the edge, okay? And a little bit in here, but I'm intentionally leaving this with no glue. Now we're going to take this little sheep here that we cut out earlier. And remember that I mentioned mine moved a little. That's why we have this thicker border around his back. But we could trim that off, but because it's going right on top of white paper, it's not really going to be that obvious. So I just want this little sheep like he is walking right on out of that beautiful flower bed. Okay. And then we're going to stamp a greeting from the inside, or for the inside of the card. Again, it's coming from the On the Farm stamp set, and we're going to use Today is a Good Day. All right, so let's get that nice and inked up. We'll stick that right in the center. Great, okay. And we can go ahead. Glue on the back of this. Stick that down in the middle here. There we are. So now our card is going to close like this. We've got our pasture scene, and then it's going to close down in the center here. Now, my other card did this as well. So as you can see, what's happening is it's not quite closing very nicely. So I'm going to show you how to fix that real quick. So when we cut this, we probably just cut it a hair off, like right up that score line, and it should have been more to one side. So we're just going to trim that off. And actually, I don't know if you guys could see that, but there was a bit of a ledge there from where it was scored. Maybe you can see it on this one. There's like a little bit of a ledge there. So all I'm doing is trimming that off very carefully. Snip that off. There. Okay, so now it's going to close this way. And we can actually, there we go. And then that's going to close down way better now by trimming that little bit off. All right, so there's our card. The last thing I want to do is add a bit of bling. So even a farm card has to have some bling. I'm going to use the new Milky Dots. I am loving these embellishments. Let me show you how cute they are. So they're so, so pretty. They come in white. It's almost like a vanilla or a white. I'm not really sure. Does it say on it what color? No, but they're very pretty. So it's like a clear vanilla-y white, a light pink, this beautiful blue, and these yellowy gold ones. So we are going to use one of the yellow gold. So I'm just going to take my Take a Pic tool and stick that down here. Now, where did I put it on the front? So maybe we'll, because we don't have flowers, let's do a couple. Let's do one. Okay. Just a little something just to give it a little bit of sparkle and bling. What do you guys think? So here is card number 1. It originally had the 2 flowers. We improvised, we changed the color to red, and we added these little bling instead of the second flower. But I think both of them are super cute. So as you can see, it opens up to this, and then we open them up to our sheet in our flowers. Perfect, I love it. Thank you for being here with me to stamp along today. Oh dear, let me just flip it around here and come back and say hello. So thank you guys for watching today and for being my trial for this new setup for my video. What I've done is set up a larger table instead of trying to use my tiny little computer desk. So I just have to swing over to the side, and the lighting seems to be pretty good, and I'm hoping that everything looks good on your end. So again, thank you. I hope that you like this fun fold. I can't remember what it's called, but I will find it when I post it on my blog. But there it is. So cute. Okay. Remember, get those orders in before February 28th. The Day at the Farm Designer Series paper that we use today is available free with a $60 purchase while supplies last. So don't wait too long. We don't want it to sell out on you because it is absolutely a gorgeous paper. All right. So thank you. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them here for me. I'm going to go back and scroll through and see if there's anything I need to answer for you. And in the meantime, have a wonderful Tuesday night, and I will see you guys all back here next week, same time, same place. Happy crafting! Cheers, everyone!